but make sure, you know, you're doing something that makes you happy. Hey guys, this is like an impromptu video. Your girl is on her lunch break, and I have just been trying to get out of my office during my lunch breaks. You should too, if your people get on your nerves. But I just thought this would be a really great video to just jump on here with you guys, and not pre-recorded. It's, you know, just basically talking to you guys and impromptu and just talking, because I was sitting at my desk and I said, how bad do you want success? How bad do you want to be your own boss or go after your dreams and aspirations? And like, this week has really been really mind-boggling for me, because not only has it been a month since my mom has passed away, you know, Tuesday made a month, it's just been a lot of things really just been hitting me, things that I already felt, you know. Like at work, I journal a lot, and I like to plug in different things in my calendar. I told you guys I like to have a journal, and I have my planner with me at all times. So I'm finally trying to get back into the groove of the old Steph, you know, being productive and really staying focused on the task. And I was just saying to myself, you know, what makes you happy, Steph? You know, what brings you the most joy? And, you know, when you're not in your field, it's so freaking hard sometimes, because, you know, you're doing something that you're really not passionate about. You're doing it because I'm a great person. I want to do great work, you know, because I care, you know, like that's the most important part. But it gets to a point where things happen and you get really unhappy. And this is why a lot of people have like mental breakdowns, because a lot of us, we went to school and we're not doing what the hell we went to school for. And I was just telling my coworker today, I said, you know, it's very frustrating because, you know, you go to school thinking, you know, having that, not saying, let me rephrase, I'm not saying that if you go to college, you won't be in your field. You can be in your field, but then sometimes you don't really do the proper research when it comes to things like how much you'll make, you know, do you have to be certified in that field? Different key factors that kind of play in hand. And I was just telling her, like, sometimes I really just don't know what I want to do anymore, because I'm passionate about a lot, and it gets to the point where I feel trapped. And like, this week has really been mentally draining for me, because, you know, it's just some things that was going on, and like, I really don't want to go in like too much detail, but you know, when you work with people, and I'm gonna just say people because I don't want to specify like if it was just one or multiple people, like when you work with people who are controlling, sneaky, and they just want to control every little move that you're kind of doing, it gets to be very annoying. And I'm not one to be controlled. I don't care what it is. Like, I feel like you can have an authority type of role or whatever it is, but there comes to a point where you cannot always control it. And I'm trying to keep that narrative where it's like you control the narrative, and, you know, you control how you react to people. But on the flip side of that, you know, you get so annoyed in those situations. So I want to ask you guys, like, what will it take for you to be successful? What are you doing today to work on your goals? Like, for me, every day I haven't recently, I just started back due to everything that has arrived, you know, went on in my personal life. I like to write to-do lists because it keeps me focused, and I write a mood, and I write that mood because when I look back in my journal, I want to know how I was feeling, and I want to know what I discussed in that day, because it could really become your success story. You know, like you look back and say, damn, I was really struggling, you know, this month, but I pushed through. I wrote my to-do list, you know, I checked off my to-do list. And for me, my personal goal is, like, you know how like you try to fight it, and then God just be showing you different signs, like, why you keep fighting this? Like, why do you keep fighting this? And for me, I really do want to be my own boss. And I think it's a scary thing because I am so used to a structured environment. I'm so used to, do this, do that, and that, and not realizing, like, Steph, you're creative. You love being in control of your schedule. And, like, I'm not saying that my schedule isn't really controlled right now. Like, I kind of set my own time. Like, I have it really great, and I'm not complaining about it at all. It's just, one, I'm not in my field. Two, I don't really like what I do. Three, I'm just doing it because I really do need the money. You know what I'm saying? And I need the experience if I want to continue on. And that's okay. It's okay to feel like that. I had to learn it was okay to feel like that. And I was listening to a podcast earlier, and I would have thought this was me on the podcast, because the lady basically was discussing how she would work different jobs, and when she would be at these different jobs, she would feel like, she would feel like this isn't for her, or like that little voice saying, like, nah, this ain't it. And I was like, dang, I'm so glad I am not the only one who feels like that. It's so good to hear someone else's story and you understand you are not the only one who feels that type of way. And I was like, you know what? I feel really great, that I'm not the only one who feels like that. So, it just makes you feel good, like you're not alone. You're not alone in this. And I just had to really say, Steph, what do you want to do? And I always come back to how I love YouTube. I love how YouTube allows me to discuss finance. I love how it lets me do my lifestyle if I want to vlog. I love doing missing person cases. I really do want to take it a step further with that, or my fitness. I just love that it gives me a variety, but the scary side of it all is, I want to make enough so that I can one day fire my boss, or see where it takes me business wise, and I think I just have to continue on this journey and see where it takes me, and it's not about the money. I have always said that, but I do want to get to a point where I'm bringing in enough that I'm living comfortable, like how I am now. Like, I'm making enough, my family is taken care of, and, I'm really chasing my dreams of doing what makes me happy and what brings me the most joy. And it's time I stop fighting it. It's time that I just really buckle down and really go hard for my channel, really push out great content. And because I'm very indecisive and I can sometimes be very impulsive. So, when it comes to the career stuff, I just, I don't want to go back to school and get more loans, because my master's degree is the only loans that I have. And and I just want to do something that fulfills me. And then if I can just take a class here and there, I don't mind paying for it. But I really do not want to go back to school at all, And that's something that I'm really glad that I didn't make an impulsive decision on, because I did that. After I got my master's, I was doing a nutrition class or course for my master's. And even though I like fitness and I love meal planning and stuff, it wasn't for me. I rather just create my own thing on my channel, or create not a cookbook, but create a meal plan or whatever like that. I'm just trying to find like a flip side of going back to college. That's the truth. I don't want to pay for college, and I'm really glad that I know that. I'm really glad that I didn't jump full throttle into something again, because I'm paying for it. I'm still paying for it. Like I'm paying for a whole master's degree that I don't even use. I just use as experience. And I paid when I dropped out those classes, I paid that already. But I have a $30,000 graduate degree. I'm not using it because I'm not even in my field. They don't even pay enough in my field, because you have to be certified, and my degree didn't come with it. But I talked about that a long time ago, so that is what it is. But life is a learning journey, and I just really wanted to share this with you guys, vent, because I really want you guys to think about what really brings you the most joy. Don't do nothing for no one else, because you will be unhappy, you will be unfulfilled. And like I tell my husband all the time, I really didn't get to have a teenage life. Everything was school and work. It was never be a teenager. And I think that's why when it comes to my 2 children, I really want them to do what they love. I'm not pushing anything on them. Only thing is, get your high school diploma for me, please. You know, but I do want you to do what you are passionate about. Travel the world, see the world, you know, try new things. Don't allow fear to self-sabotage you, because I have done that and I have paid for it. You know, I have missed out on a lot of opportunities in the past because I didn't know what I wanted to do, or I would have fear rise, you know, and self-doubt and stuff like that. But, you know, I had to understand, yes, I am a beginner in certain things, but there is room for me. Like, just like there's room for you. If you want to do YouTube, there's room for you. Don't allow anyone to tell you different. Find your niche. Find something that really you love to discuss and go for it. Like, I really love anything investigating. You know, I have a bachelor's degree in forensic science, police concentration. I mean, my master's is in counseling, you know, dealing with a lot of stuff. You know, I really love to figure out, well, what made this person do that, you know? And I had to realize I don't want to be a cop, you know? I don't want to be a cop in order to be a detective. And then, you know, it's just, you know, you have a lot of things that play a lot of key factors in it all. I go, trust me, I go back and forth. But I'm learning that it's okay to not have all the answers and to just go with the flow and to do what you are currently doing right now in your moment and just stay faithful in that journey. You know, I never would have thought I would reach 1.4 YouTube subscribers. You know, one of my videos reached like 70K and a lot of them are following up. I would have never thought, being a small YouTuber, I would hit those numbers. And it goes to show you, when you plan, you stay focused on your path and no one else's path, and you know, you do what really makes you happy, there's room for you. So that's why I want you guys to listen to this and really ask yourself, what does success mean to you? What does happiness mean to you? What is your passion? How can you take that passion and make it something that you really love, or make it into a full-time job? You know, really write it down. Get a journal, write it down, and every freaking day write your mood and write your to-do list, and actually do that to-do list. Start with 3, and then as you get really comfortable, add on more. And get a calendar. I have a calendar planner where it has bullets after the full month, where I'm able to go in there and say, okay, on Monday I'm gonna post this, or I'm gonna do this on Wednesday. You know, really take your craft or whatever you want to do and make it as if you are already in it full time. And I'm telling you, your life will really evolve. You know, I really can't wait to get back into uploading 3 times a week for you guys, because I noticed that when I upload 3 times a week, you know, my engagement is a little bit better. And even if you don't have the content, upload 1 week, 2 weeks, 2 times a week. It is what it is, but make sure, you know, you're doing something that makes you happy, guys. And that's really all I wanted to say in this impromptu video. Hope it wasn't super duper long. Yeah.